There we go. So I call this class on the love gate, kind of all relationship classes I call, what's love got to do with it? Because quite honestly, everything is mechanical. And what you think love is, and what I think love is, and what you think love is, can be a whole different thing. And as we go through these few weeks together, we'll start to unfold what it is that love is for you and for you and for you. And it can be very, very different. So when we look at the love gates, and again, if you can remind me, you're my girl, to send the handout at the end to anyone I haven't sent it to, and the donations, because my brain goes into a different mode. So there are, I think it's 11 love gates. I should have memorized that before I walked in here today. Some of them are transpersonal. Thank you. Got my cheat sheet here. Thank you, Nolan. 4 of them are transpersonal, and those are the love gates that are in the G center. The G center is this yellow center. If you have a defined G, it's in yellow. If you don't have it defined, it's white, but it's that diamond one that's in the center.
This one or this one?
No, the one in the center.
Okay.
Yeah. That's called the G center. 4 of the gates in the G center are love gates, and they are transpersonal types of love. The other 4 gates that are in there are Sphinx gates, and they're all about direction. So the G center is about love and direction, and it also is about identity. When we're looking at transpersonal love, we are looking at a love that is not based on my relationship with you. It's based more on my relationship with myself and with life in general. Okay? So the 4 love gates in the G center are the 25, the 46, the 15, and the 10. The 10 is a complex gate because it's both transpersonal and personal. But let's start with the 25, and just to do a little bit of a disclaimer, the handout that I'm sending is not polished as a handout. It's basically my notes that I use to teach, which I don't even have right now because I'm using my phone to do this recording. So it might not be a polished thing, but it'll certainly be a good reminder for what we're looking at here, and even go deeper in some instances. So the 25 is the love of everything. I actually call it the love of every fucking thing. People who carry this love gate love everything as much as they love everything. So someone who has the 25 love their guitar as much as they love me.
So like if it's highlighted, like circled around, I guess that's undefined, but my 25 is purple.
That's correct, you have that.
Yeah.
And because it's in red, it's in your body. So anything that is activated by a red line is in the body, and it's unconscious.
Okay.
So you may or may not recognize this in yourself. Hi. Do you have your chart?
I don't have it printed, but I have it on my phone.
Okay, phone is good. We're doing love gates.
Love gates. Ooh. Perfect.
So just as a reminder, when you're looking at these, when you see it activated, and it's activated by a little red line, that means it's in your body. If it's activated by a little black line, it means it's in your personality. And when things are in our personality, we tend to be more conscious of them because our mind is talking about them all the time. When it's in our body, I mean, anyone who's ever learned to ride a bike or drive a car knows that after a while, your body just goes on automatic to do a lot of the things that it does. So you can look at your body and recognize, oh, my body loves everybody. My body loves everything. But it might not be as obvious as it could be as if it's in your mind or your personality because it's thinking, oh, I love that mountain. Oh, I love that picture. Oh, right, because your mind is thinking the things that are in its consciousness. So the love of everything is really quite profound. And it's a state of lovingness that the people who have, it's the 25, the people who carry the 25 have an aspect of lovingness about them. And when we get near them, we can feel that lovingness, right? Daniel, who works here, has all the transpersonal love gates. I just sometimes go up and stand next to him because it feels good, right? And how I feel that is that Daniel loves me. Daniel does love me. And he loves the cafe, and he loves the rock, and he loves Sedona, and he loves his guitar, and he loves, right? Now, if you go to that 25 and you demand, you better love me more than your guitar, it can turn off in an instant. Because the grace that comes into the world through the people who carry this lovingness is that it must love. And it's not personal. In a lot of, like in ancient times, people who carried the 25 would often become the priestess or the priest, because that's their function. It's to be loving, but not only you. We expect of a priestess or a priest or whatever those people are, to love everyone as much as they love everyone, right? We don't expect them, well, maybe we do, but.
But are your favorite disciple?
Sure.
No, that was just an example. People might want to love more.
Yeah. Anyone else here have the 25 in their chart?
Yeah, I got it highlighted with the red line.
Yeah.
So that's the embodiment.
So there's something in your body about that. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense for me. Hey, Joya.
The next one in our transpersonal love gates is the 46. Anyone have the 46? I have that.
The red line again.
You have it in the red as well. I have a whole channel, so this is very activated for me, and it's the 46 is in the black. This is the love of the body. And it's an interesting thing because I love bodies. Bodies are really okay with me. You know, some people are a little squeamish around bodily functions and all that stuff. Bodies are perfectly okay with me. I particularly like bodies that are running. Like I like watching, whether it's a cheetah or a person, or, you know, I like watching a body do its body thing, right? A lot of times people who carry the 46 are hands-on healers because they just can accept all those bodies. I've done that, right? The love of the body is in a transpersonal self, the love of body as the very temple that we are living in. You know, it's so easy to get caught up in our mundane lives and the stupidity and the pain and the politics and all the stuff that goes on, and it's easy to forget that this is astonishing. Like, we are whatever we are for the last 15 billion years, and we get these bodies to live in, and they are really quite phenomenal. I mean, really quite phenomenal. Some of them work better than others, some are prettier than others, but this is quite a phenomenal thing. And, you know, here I am saying this, and I carry the gate 46, which loves bodies, right? You can hear it coming out of me. The channels that go, if you look at where the 46 is, it connects into the sacral at the 29, and there's two other channels in that little arena that go from the G, which is that diamond, down to the sacral, which is the box below it. Those are all called the tantric channels. So anyone that has anything in that arena has a tantric quality about them, which is a transcendent quality in and of itself. Okay? Anyone have anything to say about loving bodies or not loving bodies or?
I was just curious, you have the full black line, right? What is the red line means the embodiment of that quality?
It's in your body.
Usually not
It's
me.
not the embodiment. I'm not actually sure what that means. It's
Embodiment,
your
yes,
your
in
body
body.
is activated.
Yeah.
So
but
your
the black
body
line would be
loves
your
the
mind
body.
And your body. The black line would be your mind and your body is, like you think about it, it's also in your body. The black line. I'm just trying to figure out the difference between black line and red line.
Yeah, the way that it's described in the basic teachings of human design is it's roads and tunnels.
Okay.
The roads are the black lines. You can see them, you know where you're driving, and then you get in the tunnel and you actually don't know where you are. That's the red lines.
Oh, okay.
That's like Switzerland.
Yeah. So your body could be loving everything, but you don't even know it.
Yeah.
The way your mind is talking to you, it's like, oh my God, those people are so stupid and so tired of this road that I have to drive on every day and da 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 da. Whilst your body could be loving it all and you don't even know it because it's beneath the level of
I
consciousness.
see. Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, thanks for that. The next one is the 15. The 15 is called the love of humanity. Anyone have this one? Okay, I have this one too. Okay, so you might recognize this more.
Oh, yeah.
I love humans. I don't necessarily like everybody. I certainly don't necessarily like to listen to what people think because that's like crazy ass shit to me. But I love humans. I do. I just love humans. I think that we're a phenomenal bunch of creatures. The love of humanity is also the gate of extremes, and humans are very extreme. You know, there are people who are bound to certain routines and rhythms and must stay that way, and there are other people like me who doesn't even have a home and goes all over the place. Right? We are definitely extreme creatures, and I love that about us. Ra says that the love of humanity is the basic thing that keeps us from just destroying each other. Because, you know, he calls us killer monkeys at the baseline. We're just a little step up from, you know, that ferociousness that's just in the genes ready to survive at any cost. So loving humanity is, you know, the old-time politician who shakes the hands and kisses the babies. He doesn't care that you're Nolan or you're Joshua or you're, you know, he just is loving all the humans and all the babies, and maybe he is and maybe he isn't, but that's at least the picture that he's putting out there. Okay? And then the 10 is a complex one because it's personal and impersonal. Anyone carry the 10 here? Okay. The 10 is the love of the world and the love of being in the world.
It's true.
It's different than loving everything. It's different than loving bodies or loving humans. It's loving the world itself.
Oh, I have a 10 with the black line.
Yeah, it's loving the world, loving being in the world. And then on the personal level, people who carry the 10 are wanting to be lovable. If you love me, I know I'm lovable, and then I can love better. That's kind of the. Do you resonate with that? Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe I wish it wasn't so.
Right. I mean, you know, like we can be embarrassed about any and everything, right? But I actually recognize that when I say I love you to people who carry the 10, I'm doing a service to the world. Right? Because if I love you and that helps you love yourself, and when you love yourself, you love the world, my world gets better.
Yeah, same.
Full circle.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's solid black. You recognize it a lot.
Now, most of the gates that you look at are activated how they are, and then they have a partner on the other side. So the 25 can connect to the 51. The 46 can connect to the 29. The 15 can connect to the 5. But if you look at the 10,
There's no connection.
it can connect to the 20, it can connect to the 34, and it can connect to the 57. Okay, so that is called the integration system. And it's the only system that has this whole thing about it. So if you carry the 10 and you don't have anything else in integration, it'll just be hanging out there waiting for something to connect to.
Yeah, it's a solid black with no
So
highlights.
that's
like
right.
The other ones.
Right. So it's just kind of hanging out there, flapping in the breeze, waiting to be loved.
The whole heart's lit
So
up.
it can love.
Yeah.
Do you have?
I have the.
Oh, you have the whole integration. That's right.
Does that change the 10?
Well, what the difference between your 10 and yours is in an open G? Is that right?
It's
Just turn it toward me. I can see it.
it lit up on
Yeah.
most things, but I only have two
Yeah.
solids.
So the difference between this 10 and this 10 is yours is always there. Yours is always activated because you have that whole system and it's always turned on. You are waiting for someone to turn that on.
Oh, I found that one already. Easy. Easy.
I have the 34, so that'll hook up.
Right.
The 34 empowers any of those other gates that are there.
Yeah. Okay.
So I am someone who can empower you to love yourself and love
Okay.
the world and love yourself in the world.
Okay.
Whereas you just love yourself in the world, and if I love you, that's good too.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
a good nuance.
Yeah. So this is transpersonal. Now I am someone.
Oh, so you mean if it's lit up by others, it's more reflective, or an integrative, whereas the 10 without those is more reflective.
I don't know what that word means.
Like since hers are matched by the 20 and the 57 and 34, it's integrated, it's there. Whereas since my 10 is hanging out in the open, when it meets someone with the 20 or the 57,
then it gets activated.
reflected back. Yeah,
I'm not
it's-
going to use the word reflected because that's a human design terminology for a certain type.
Oh, okay.
So I don't relate that that's what that
Okay.
means.
Good to know
But
that.
when it gets activated by someone else, it's more present in your reality.
And Haley's got the 57 and the 34, so that would make sense. And
There you
what is
go.
there? Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And what we find in situations like this, when someone activates something in us, we looked a little bit at this last time, we can think that we're in love with them because they do that, and it's just mechanical, right?
Yeah.
It's just mechanical. Okay, so now we look at personal love. Now, some of the personal love gates are what we think more of as love, and some of them are not what we tend to think of as love. Okay? I have two gates that are transpersonal. So I have that 46 and that 15. And then I have two gates that are personal, but they're the kind of love that isn't lovey-dovey. So love to me actually is more a transpersonal thing. Okay? Whereas I know people who have lovey-dovey gates and they're more lovey-dovey love people. I kind of think it's silly.
True.
Right? I mean, I look at this lovey-dovey and I think that's not real. Okay, that's just, I'm telling you my perspective to give a perspective that this is so different for everybody. Okay? And there is only one gate in all of the 11 that has anything to do with sex. We'll get there at the very end.
41.
Now she's looking. Okay, so let's go to the 28.
Yeah, I got it.
The 28 is in the spleen. Do you have that one? You have the 38? You don't have any of it. So the 28 is in the spleen. This is the love of purpose. And how it shows up is by fighting and bickering. It is a horrible love gate, and I have this one.
What number?
Sure, I haven't
28.
got that one.
I need to get my. I didn't.
share that?
I can't
Huh?
find it.
When did you share that? Help us.
It's very funny.
No, I don't have it.
I have my own chart.
Wonder if Tom activates the channel.
Yeah. Tom.
personal.
Tom clearly hasn't.
Okay, so the 28,
No.
It's over here. I gotta
Okay.
tell Haley about
He
this.
doesn't know.
the 28 is here,
Uh-huh.
okay?
No wonder she's so, yeah.
So the 28,
Oh,
the 28 is a gate that says,
Interesting.
I must know that there is a purpose to this life, or I will not think there is any reason to be alive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's her.
And what the 28 is looking for as a love gate is someone who will fight through the hard times to find the meaning behind the problem.
Channel of struggle.
Channel of
That
struggle.
doesn't sound like her.
You have the
No.
channel of struggle.
You have the channel of struggle, so you should relate to this. That's the 28 connected to the 38. The 28 will take a risk to find meaning. The 38 will stand up and fight for itself. When you join the 28 and the 38 together, they will fight together to go beyond the problem to get to where they can go.
He has
Uh,
both those.
Okay. What I have found carrying this one is that it's absolutely true that when I have any kind of relationship, a friendship, a lover, any kind of relationship, if we hit something that's difficult and they won't work it out with me, that doesn't feel like love. And when someone comes to me and confronts me about something, Tiara, you were blah, 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 or you said this, or what the, and that actually does feel like love to me. It feels like you care enough about this love that we have, you know, whether it's a friendship or whatever it is, that we can go into that hard stuff so that we can get back to being connected and feeling connected. That's the love of the 28. Huh?
Because you have 38, is that what you're saying? Or
I
you
have the 28.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Now, here's something interesting. I'm glad you said that because it reminded me of something. When you have a love gate and you meet someone who has the other half of it, you think they love you and it feels good. I mean, for me, it's ridiculous. I meet all these 38s and we fight and it feels like love to me and it's so stupid, but it just does. It's just mechanics. Now, the 38 doesn't necessarily think that feels like love because they don't have the love gate.
Are we in 38 or 28?
28 is the love gate. 38
238
is the other side of it. Here.
Make a channel.
So
Thank
the
you.
28 is here.
Got it, yes.
The 38 is here.
Okay.
So when they meet each other, it's called an electromagnetic. We're going into that next week. Electromagnetics and all that stuff.
Okay.
So I meet someone who will work things out with me. It feels like love. And love feels good, even when it's this silly stuff. But it doesn't necessarily feel like love to the 38,
That's correct.
right? They'll probably like it because I support them in standing or empower them in standing up for themselves and all of that. But it's a different quality. And I even know a lot of people who have that whole channel, which oftentimes doesn't in general feel good when one person has half of a channel and the other one has the whole one. The half a channel person doesn't always feel good about it. But when it's my love gate channel, I still like it because it still feels like love. It's so silly. Yeah. Okay. Any questions, thoughts, comments? Okay. Let's go to the 40. I might ask you if I forget them, Nolan, to look at them.
I do gotta run. I want to tell Haley about the 28 though. That sounds really cool. Fascinating, actually.
Yeah.
So, thank you for your time here.
Yeah, you're welcome. The 40 is an interesting gate. It's in the ego. And anyone have the 40 in here? Okay. The 40 is a tricky little gate. The 40, Ra had the 40, the man who brought us human design. And he calls it the mule. It's the love of work. Even if you don't love work. And what the 40 is looking for, and it looks for it especially from the 37, which is on the other side of it. So the 40 is here, and the 37 is here. You have that whole channel.
Yeah.
And I have the.
You have the whole
You
channel?
do too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is great. Now, when you have the whole channel, it's going to operate a little differently because you're more propelling with that love, but still what the 40 is looking for at a very basic level is someone who's going to give it love and affection and kisses and food. And when they get that, they will want to work for that person.
So the person with the 40 channel is looking for the person who's going to give them all the adoration for their hard work and food, and then they're
Yes.
going to be a good match. And does the person who's giving that have the full channel or not?
No.
And so they're helping
You,
you.
it doesn't have to be. So here's the thing. Like if you have the love gate, on one level it gets activated when someone has the other half of it, but it can get activated if someone just does that. I don't have the other half of the 40, but I have a friend who has the 40, and we started doing some work together, and she's like, I'm working for you. And she was so happy. Even though I didn't have the counterpart, which would be the 37, it still felt like, because I was kind of guiding the process of, can you make pictures? We were doing this kind of stuff, doing classes, and she was doing the illustrations. And so she could feel that 40 getting activated because she would make the illustrations and I would love them and I would praise her because I loved them, and it fulfilled that 40 love gate.
Satisfaction.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Ross said that when he was younger and he would be the mule for his family, and he was a manifester. He was an ego manifester. I guess you are too, if you have that 3740. Yeah. And he said he had this attitude of, I'm doing this all for you, and you better appreciate me, right? You recognized it, didn't you? Yeah. He said after he recognized the mechanic of it and saw, human design and his own mechanic, he would still hear his mind go, and I'm doing it all for you, but he laughed at himself about it. He no longer kind of pointed his finger and you better because I am.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. And anyone who carries the 40 likes to be fed. It's the gate of the stomach. It can be literal, like make me some food, honey, or it can be appreciation food. You know that whole thing, the ego wants to be loved. What is there some saying about the ego wants to be stroked or something? It does, and especially if it's in the 40.
Yeah, that's why it's always stroking others.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so true.
Exactly.
Really?
Yeah. But usually defined ego people are very giving, so they'll people tend to give what they want to receive. Does that make
Yeah.
sense? You know what I mean? And so ego defined people are sometimes, usually, just very giving people. You know what I mean? So that's what they want in return.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's how
And
they set
any-
themselves up with that whole martyr thing, because nobody can ever compete with how much they
Yeah.
give.
They can't, yeah.
So there's always a catch-22.
Well, and since we have 3 of you here who have that whole channel, the 37 to the 40, it's called the channel of the bargain.
Oh, there it is.
And it is absolutely fundamental. It is absolutely instinctual. It is a tribal channel that says, if you do this, I'll do that. And if I do this, you better do that. And it's about equity. Anyone who has this channel wants to be feeling equity with whatever interactions they're doing. They neither want to be giving more than they're receiving, nor receiving more than they're giving.
Yeah, that's real.
There's a balance
I feel
about
that
it.
strongly.
Now, what I want to tell you, and I want to tell you very directly, and I hope you can hear me because I'm telling you directly, is that not everyone has this. Most people don't have this. And if you don't set it up from the get-go, you are going to not find that equity easily. And so I'm inviting you, informing you, to preempt with it. Anytime someone asks you for a favor, for example, immediately say what you would like in return. Because a month down the road, when you got nothing, it's way harder to go back and say, but you never gave me anything.
He's going to use this against me.
He's
taking notes.
It's like the other way around.
He's taking notes. He's taking notes.
See, when I ask, he's going to be like, well, what are you going to do for me? Like, you ate it already.
And the thing is about that is do it and make it funny and make it real, because it is real. And there's a lot of pain. The ego is a very interesting thing. When I meet someone who has a defined ego, it looks so strong and so like forthright and solid, but it's very, very vulnerable as well. And it needs to be acknowledged and it needs to be reciprocated to, or it can just collapse. And it took me a long time to even realize that. I was like, I hurt some guy's feeling who had an ego, and he's never talked to me since. It hurt him much more than it would have hurt me if I had said to me what I said to him. So it's something that I've had to learn, because it doesn't look like that to me.
What about, okay, maybe because mine's unconscious, but I don't always know what I'm going to want in return. I want to feel like things are fair on both sides, but I don't always know what that's going to look like at
Say
the start.
that.
Okay.
Say that very thing.
Because usually what will happen is I'll offer, I'll do, and then if things don't feel
Fair.
energetically reciprocated,
Uh-huh.
then I just move away
Yeah, exactly.
instead of continuing the relationship.
And I have had people do that to me because it never in my wildest dreams entered my mind that I was supposed to be doing something. And then suddenly they're gone and I never knew.
Yeah.
I can look back and go, I bet that was that. Because they were so generous with me, and I didn't have that wherewithal. So find a sentence. One of the things that I have found with human design that is the most important thing is find the sentence that people can understand and accept and not argue with. So just like you're saying, I'd love to do that for you, and I'm someone who really likes things to be fair, so let's have a conversation in a week or two to see how we can make that feel fair for both of us.
That's cool. Okay.
Because people understand simple, I try and go as kindergarten as possible, because we're all kind of kindergartners at the base, and if we can just speak to each other in ways that are that simple, usually it's accepted. And if you do know what you want and you can say that, say that. But even just saying, I've noticed about myself that when things don't feel fair, it kind of chafes me. It kind of rubs me the wrong way. So let's have a conversation in a week or two and see how we can bring some equity or fairness or whatever that word is into the mix.
What's yours?
You'll feel better and your relationships will flourish.
Because yours is conscious, right?
I have both lines.
Black
So you
and
have
white.
it in your body, so it's strong. Your body and your mind want that.
Does your experience differ from mine?
Yeah.
I think that I don't think about what the other person, what you're saying is. And so then I have a tendency to kind of just go with them.
Yeah.
And especially being a manifester, anytime that you withdraw is going to make a big impact. It will make more impact than when she does it. She's generator. And you may not realize that, but all you have to do as a manifester is inform. It's not natural. You have to want to have a relationship. If you don't care, if I ask you for a favor and you do it and I never do anything and you don't care about me, you going away, so what if it impacts me? But if you do care about me, if we become friends, it will help your relationships to inform me, yeah, I'd be happy to do that for you, and I'd really like something in return for that, because it takes energy for me to do that. Maybe you could come and help me move all these boxes I got, because you got energy, Tiara. That's true about me. Yeah. Manifestors don't always realize the impact that they have on people. and that not informing can really create schisms and chasms and hardship in people's psyches. Yeah.
A lot of responsibility.
It is. And you don't have to inform everybody, just the people that you really care about having a connection with. Yeah, because it's just the mechanics of it. Where are we going to go next? Let's go to the 55. Anyone carry the 55? You don't have any of the love gates yet. Do you have any of the other side of them?
I have 38. And
Good, so that's why I love you.
Yeah.
That's what I love.
Let me go back.
So it would be the 38, anything in integration, the 29, the 51,
I have
the
29.
5, the 20, okay.
I have 5,
There we go.
38. I think that's it.
39,
I have 39.
there we go.
55 is it? Okay,
Yeah,
I
55,
39.
we're going now. 26, we're going to go to the 44, the 30. So if you carry the other side of the love gates, that's a whole other dynamic. Okay? There's a woman, I don't know if any of you know, her name is Ashley. She used to work here a long time ago when I did. She has almost all of the other sides of the love gates. Everyone falls in love with her. I fell in love with her.
Ashley Murphy?
No, Ashley Klein.
Oh,
Yeah. It's just like she personifies the love that we're looking for from all these different gates. It's hysterical. And she's just like, I don't understand. Yeah. Yeah. So there's so much mechanics going on. So the 55, this is the more, what I'll call the more mushy romantic love. Romantic love is acoustic. Romantic love wants to whisper sweet nothings and hear sweet nothings, and romantic love wants to build the love. And it wants to build it some more. It wants to build it, and then some more. Because the thing with romantic love, and this can be in the 28 as well, but it's more prominent in that 55. Once romantic love, and this is individual love, consummates, it's all over. Either the wave will either shoot up and then it can keep going, or it'll shoot down and it is way over. So if you carry the 55, which is this romantic love, you don't want to consummate quickly because it can just end it all. And the building of it and the feeling of it and the passion of it is what really they're looking for. Now, the 55 is the gate of fickleness. And it doesn't know, or it does know. Any gate that's in the individual circuitry, this would be the 28 as well, it would be the 10 as well in the love gates we're looking at, but particularly the 55. I have some friends, they've been married for like 50 years, right? And she has the 55. Her husband could ask her on any day, do you love me? And she might go, I don't know. Because her 55 just really doesn't know. It doesn't know. It doesn't know if it's love. It doesn't know if it is, doesn't know if it isn't, not meant to. Anyone here carry the 55? You do, yeah. The 55 the 55 is juicy. It actually believes in romance.
Yeah.
It's also a gate that is mutating and transforming right now because of the time that we are in the cycles of the planet itself. Things are actually mutating. So what I would say, if you carry the 55, and did you say you have the 39? That's in
Probably.
the root?
Yes, I do.
So the
I
39
have that
is the
too.
you have it too? Love that one. It's the provoker. And the 39 wants to provoke the 55 in order to get its spirit. The spirit of the 55 is so generous. It's just this generosity of the feeling nature of that. I don't mean spiritual. I mean, when I think of the spirit of the 55, I think of a colt running on the field with its brand new legs, or a little girl playing hopscotch and just loving playing hopscotch or jump rope, or that spiritedness. The 55 has this generosity of spirit that is unbounded and delicious, and the 39 likes it. And the 39 is the provoker. Now here's the thing, when you're a 39, it's like the little boy poking the little girl to get her attention. She might not like it, and then she shuts down. So how you know that you're provoking the 55 in a way that you can get that spirit is when they accept that provocation. When they get annoyed, you didn't do it very well. And this couple I was just talking about, he has the 39, and half the time she's annoyed with him. It's very funny to watch. And they know human design at this point, so they can now see it. And he can see and then, he has to just back away and wait till he can provoke in a way that, usually it's to get her to laugh. It's that kind of bubbling over that can happen.
Just looking through all my charts,
Uh-huh.
seeing who's who.
Exactly. That's exactly the thing to do. That's exactly the thing to do. Okay, let's go over to the 44. The 44 is right here. It's in the spleen. And it connects to the 26 in the ego. Anyone have the 44 or the 26?
I have the 44.
The 44 is the love that says, I will love you if we can be successful together. This is my sun gate. It's very funny. When I got married a long time ago, and I was in Hawaii, and I had a flower business. And it was this flower business where I would put a basket of flowers together and go into the restaurants and sell them. And I was very good at it. And I made a bunch of money and had a lot of fun. And when I got married, I married this man who was from Brazil, and he joined me in the business, and he used to do all the whole flower thing and take them to luau's. And we were successful together, and we were in love. He didn't have any of this, but I did. So that was love for me. At a certain point, he was in a car accident, and his whole personality changed. And he decided he had to make something of his life, and went back to school and did this whole other thing. And we didn't make any money hardly anymore. And it got very tight, and it finally just it just kind of went down from there. Like that love that is when we are successful together, it is love for us. It's very tribal. When I first got into human design, I had been into astrology for 20 years or something. And so I had loads of charts of all my people, right? When I looked at the charts of everybody, almost everybody, I'm going to say 80% of people had the 26 activating my 44. It was pretty astonishing. Now, that was my love gate. It's my sun gate, so it's 70% of who I am, so it's a big part of me. It also activated my spleen, so I would have a feel good. We talked about that a little bit last time. And gave me the sense of an ego, right? So it's like that was my holy grail, and everyone I knew had it.
How is it that, what makes it where there's a red and a black running together?
Basically, the mechanics are that when you're born, the birthday that we call our birthday is the day that we come out of the mother's body, and all of the activations that the planets are in at that moment that we're born make up all the black lines. roughly 88 degrees before that time, about 3 months. If it were 90 days, it would be 3 months earlier. So at the 6-month part of gestation is when the body has finished making itself. Okay, it's got all its toes and its liver and its nose and its bits and bobs. And then from 6 months on, it basically just gets bigger so it can be viable out of the womb. But it's at that roughly 3-month earlier part that is called the design birth date, when the body has fully made itself, and those are all of the red activations. So if you think of the planets in the sky 3 months earlier and 3 months later, they're in very different parts. I mean, if they're slow moving planets, they can be at the same place. So if you have something that's both red and black, it could be that it's activated by Pluto, say, because it was in the same place 3 months ago and today.
Okay.
Whereas usually your sun, your moon, your Mercury, and all of those faster moving planets, they have different activations. Hi, David.
Hello.
And then there's someone like David who has the whole 39 to the 55. These people can be very melancholic.
Do they just barge in on meetings and
Yeah, they do that all the
sure
time.
things?
Yeah.
And they
The
think
39 part
they
does
think
that.
that's perfectly okay.
Perfectly acceptable.
I know the type.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't like them, but I know about them.
yeah.
I like them.
Can I bring anyone anything?
I'm good.
Fabulous.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any water?
Oh, actually, yeah, some water would be great.
I think we have it. Where is it? Is it right here now? Is it right there?
Should be.
That's right.
I don't see any.
I can see it.
Jump out and get it. Have we done all of them but the 41? Am I forgetting anything?
41 and the 58.
Oh, the 50?
58.
58. Oh, that's a great love
The
gate.
only two that I have are 41, 58.
Here we go. The 58 is a terrific love gate.
Where's that?
I was reading it before you even said anything. I was like, oh, this is 100% me.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, this is,
Okay, so
it's
the
also
first-
my sun gate, so it's double
Oh, so
whammy.
this is so important.
Yeah.
Thank you, David.
Thank
Oh,
you.
thank you
Welcome.
so
Um,
much.
Our water
The
is from a spring
58.
filtration well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, it is my sun gate.
Sungate.
This is a
Sun gate
fabulous
58.
gate. The 58 is called the gate of joy.
Aw.
It's the joy of being alive. My daughter has it, I think, 5 times or something.
Oh yeah, I have it 5 times as well.
And one time,
Oh, 38, I had 5 times, sorry.
one time when I love this story, so I'm just going to tell it. She has this gate of joy, right? You're going to find out what joy really means in a minute. But one time I walked in and she was maybe 2, 3 years old, little tiny thing, really super cute. And she had climbed up on the counter in the kitchen and she was reaching for something. I'd never seen her do that before. And I walked in, I said, "What are you doing?" And she goes like this, "I am the joy of the world." Woo! And it was so real. I was like, yeah, you are. And it was, of course, a couple decades later that I learned that she had this gate of joy, right? So here's what this gate of joy is about. It's here. The 58 is right down here in the root center. This is the love of correcting. These are the people that if you are in relationship with them and they can tell you how to improve, they will keep loving you.
Yes.
And
A lot of people hate it
a
though.
lot of people
People
hate it.
hate
You
it,
you
yeah.
can't
That's
you
for
can't
sure.
be weak. You have to have a level of self-esteem and self-awareness to deal with it.
I've literally never been in a relationship where I don't think I've never said something along the lines of like, well, if I love you and I'm taking you as a part of me, then like I should help you grow and become
Yes.
more self-aware. And I was like, to me, that's just like,
It's
why
basic
wouldn't we?
and
You know what I mean? Yeah.
it's basic
not
and
personal.
essential.
It's just
Yeah, that's
well, it's
right.
personal in the sense of caring about them, but like the telling them what they're
Yeah.
not seeing to me is not like an insult. It's just like
No.
no, you should look at this and it's exciting because you could change that and then you'd be better. Not because you're not because I don't love
Or
you,
good
but because
attitude.
imagine
Because
being
I
better.
do love you.
Because I do love you. Yeah.
Exactly.
Dude.
Yeah. 100% me.
That's
Yeah.
a really hard one.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
that. I have that one too.
You have that one too. It's really quite important, and of course my daughter has this, and she started doing it to her husband, and I was like, you might want to be really aware of the impact of that, and let him know this is love for you. It's a difficult love gate to carry because people don't like it. When you have the 55 and you get provoked and you're all generous and spirited, they like that shit, right? But when people look at you and go, you could really be better if you do this and that and that and that, and it is love. It is as much love as any gate we've talked about. And so, when you carry that, it would behoove you to choose people who can not just receive it, but embrace it. Like, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. No.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Find yourself
100%.
an 18.
Too late.
Yeah.
You said that was the 58?
58.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely not going away because it's my son gate. You know what I mean? It's like it's not like
It's not
I'm very
going
aware
away.
of it. You know what I mean? I'm
That's
like, oh,
right.
it's definitely. I don't know. For me, it's just like. I don't know. If I love someone, I want them to be the best that they are.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And how can I say
Exactly.
that I love them if I just like see something and then I just don't say it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's like that's not to me.
That's
I
not
don't
love.
care. Like if I don't tell you something about you that I think that you can improve on, like I don't give a shit about you.
Yeah.
It's so true. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, whatever. I guess I'll leave you alone.
I just love that.
Or I
Yeah.
just don't know them.
It's
Obviously.
so
but,
real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's absolutely
100%.
real. Yeah.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Is it conscious or?
Oh yeah, Sun Gate's conscious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's his personality, son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also where the base one comes from, and
That's
and
right.
The 6
It's
line,
that-
and like,
it's
oh,
right
dude, all
there.
this stuff all crammed into it. I'm
Uh-huh.
like, oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
And then like the 6th part of that is like trying to be it. You know what I mean? The 6th line.
Right.
So I'm always trying to do that too. But as a
Right.
projector, that's weird. And then it's also where the base 1 comes from. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm always looking at other people, being like, "Here's what you could do. That'd be so great."
And as a projector.
And as a projector.
Yeah.
And a
So
projector.
it really rubs people the wrong way.
Yeah.
Really bad. Because they're like, wow, you just told me something I did not want to look at.
Yeah.
And I was like, but if
And
you
it
did,
went into the very deepest
yeah,
part
the
of me.
deepest part of me. But if you
Yeah.
did look at it,
Right.
you would be
Right.
God. And I'm like, you don't see you don't see the God in you that I'm seeing in you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's how I see it. You know what I mean? But other people are so offended. It's like, I'm like, no, you don't understand.
It must be a job, though, that would just be perfect for.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, in terms of this is actually in a collective
Lifting people
channel.
yeah.
So when we're not looking at it as a personal love gate, what it's actually designed for is seeing the collective and where it's not working very well, so that it can help things work better. And it is very helpful. These are often people who can just walk in the room and go, well, that's not right.
Exactly, yeah. It's even at work,
But
even
it
little
is-
things, any
it-
system, you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah. But it does go back to that
Yeah.
thing that we talked about on
everything's
the
got to be
phone.
perfect. Isn't it the perfection gate, or is that 54?
No, the perfected form is different.
That's
You have
that's
the perfected
That's
form.
channel of transformation.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, because I also have that, so it's hard for me to differentiate.
So
Yeah, I
what's-
know.
What's,
Okay,
When
yeah,
that-
what's
yeah.
the astrology then?
Of what?
Of the if it's
Capricorn.
Capricorn. What's the
Don't you want to
18?
grow?
I have the 18.
Grow.
I don't know. I'd have to
Can I
look
ask you,
at
The
that.
18's the other side of it.
Yes. Yeah. So
Like,
you
I don't
might
have
be
my
someone that
planetary,
could
it would show
receive
you
that
what planetary.
Yeah, I like that.
because you would like that. Yeah.
It's just the
I
symbol
know.
for it.
Yeah,
You don't have to-
exactly.
You know, yeah.
I do have it, but I don't have my moon there. myself.
Exactly.
Just like a general thing
I think so, yeah.
So a
I'm conscious
58, when they
maybe
match
what
an
I'm saying.
18, that's
I just
often
weird
someone who
symbology.
can
There's a lot.
accept that, okay,
All of them
we
have,
can do this
like,
correcting thing. I like correcting. Let's correct.
It's not always
Yeah,
the
I
same.
want to be get
No,
better.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
exactly.
To know what
Can you
other
go back?
people, 'cause you
Exactly.
Don't see
Your
it
chart,
yourself.
if you-
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, but
good awareness
Yeah,
there.
but I don't,
Yeah.
it was showing like sun and moon.
Oh.
Sorry.
I
Tara
just-
uses this app a lot. When you click on the gate and it opens up that menu, sometimes
Oh,
it
that's
shows
weird.
a planet and a delineation for that planet. Like, for example, in the 58.
Yeah, it shows it's a.
Like it shows like
Yeah, cool.
the moon and the sun, but is that specific to the person's chart?
Yes.
Or it is.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Because I don't have my moon or sun in this gate.
oh, what that's doing, okay, this is a whole different thing. We're just going to go here for a
Sorry.
second. Any gate has what's called an exaltation and a detriment.
Yeah.
And since you're astrologers, you know
Yeah.
that that means something in astrology.
Right.
Ra actually has said that he wishes he did not use those astrological terms because people who don't know astrology hear good and bad,
Yeah.
right? If I'm exalted, it's good. If it's detriment, it's bad.
Right.
And it's just a mechanic,
Okay.
okay? So what that's showing you is if you had it in the moon,
Yeah.
it would be an exaltation.
Mhm.
If you had it in the sun, it would be a detriment, and
If.
that's what it would be. If you don't have it in the moon or the sun, it goes back and forth between the two.
Oh, okay, okay.
How'd you get to that? You just click it.
What app is that?
Huh?
What app is that?
Neutrino
Okay.
Design. I highly, highly recommend it.
Okay.
It's also called neutrinoplatform.com. You can actually do it online as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it is by far the most outstanding and excellent app
Yeah,
that I
because
have
it's saying
ever
if
seen
it's-
with human
if it's
design,
in
and
the
they keep,
moon,
they
it's
even
in
have added
exalted. If
astrocartography
it's
to it
in
now.
where that marks-
Oh, wonderful.
No, that's Mercury.
I
But
know.
look, mine shows this one.
Yeah,
No,
very,
because what
very
she's
good
just saying,
app. I
if it's
even
in the-
recommend
if
paying
it's in-
whatever it is
if
to
was a
get
moon
the,
sign, which it's not.
you know, so
then
you
it
can get
would
all
be
the good,
exalted.
juicy,
If it was
extra,
in your sun sign,
deeper
it would be
stuff.
in
It's
detriment.
very good app.
Yes, just for you specifically. See how mine's different. See that? Yeah.
So, now we go to the 41. The 41 is a delicious gate.
With the whole
There
chart
are
of 58.
60, if you were to look at your rave chart and actually take a very detailed look at all these numbers, you would see that they go from 1 to 64. Okay? 64 is also the hexagrams in the I Ching, which all of these correspond to, and it is also the codons in the DNA, okay, which they also correspond to, that we have amino acids that correspond to all of these different gates. Our internal organs and different systems are corresponding. Everything is in here, if you go deeper and deeper. This 41, which is down here in the root, is the start codon of the DNA. It's the beginning of the whole shebang.
Which one's the last?
Well, there's a couple stop codons in different systems, but it's funny. It's like there's the 64 is
Oh, it's like
after the, I can't remember what they're called. Like one of them is before the start or after the beginning or something. So the 64 and the 63 are peculiar, and I don't remember. But like one of the stop codons is the 35, another one's the 33, but it's a stop codon of a certain circuitry. The 41 is the gate of fantasy. And it's the fantasy of the whole world. Ra carried this gate, and he said he could fantasize about anything and everything. And
True. I have as well.
yeah, and when we even think of the world, there have been things that we have seen in the world where, when someone imagines something, it could then be. Like there's that typical example where there were, I think this was back in the 50s or something, where no one had ever weightlifted a certain amount of weight, and they thought it was impossible. I don't remember the details of this. But then one day, some guy lifted that amount, and then everybody else could. It's like it came into the world. Or there's that thing where the indigenous people couldn't see the ship because no one had ever seen a ship, but then one day some probably little kid saw the ship, and then everyone could see the ship. This is 41 territory. This is the imagination that brings everything to the world. Now the tricky business with the 41 is that if you carry the 41 and you want your fantasies to become reality, you will be forever frustrated, disappointed, distressed, and pissed off, probably. Because what they are meant for is simply being inside. Let me have the fantasy nourish me. Because the fantasy can never be as good when it's on the outside. The laws of physics are going to do their thing, right? You're never going to have the true love that Hollywood tells us we can have, because people are people and people are neurotic. You know, we've all got our stuff that is just going to come in and make that perfect love not be there. The 41 as a love gate wants to be able to fantasize and wants the person it's with to delight in their fantasies.
Also true.
So if you're a 41 and you can be with someone and tell them that you're fantasizing about the stewardess that you just flew on the airplane with, and they go, cool, let's do our thing together, that's going to keep juicing that 41. That the other person can realize it's not that I don't love you, it's that I have this fantasy. I don't want to go meet the stewardess. I want to do this with you, but I want to be able to have this fantasy. And this is what sexual fantasy particularly is in the 41. I have a friend who carries this as his personality son, and he has spent his whole life fantasizing about women in a really bad way and getting really upset that women are not what his fantasies are.
Sounds horrible.
And it's tragic. I mean, he's like 70 something years old, and he can see it now, and he still keeps going down this road, little less. But it's tragic. It's like he thinks women are these two-dimensional creatures that are there to fulfill his fantasies. And that's actually not true. But if he could be in a relationship with someone who he could just express all that to, then there could be a satisfaction and a juicy and a yummy and an expanded and a all of that.
And what's it connected to?
The 30.
The 30,
Which is Aquarius.
Yeah, we both have the 30.
Yeah.
I have the 30.
Yeah.
The 30
Kind of has to do with
is the gate
I get
of
it.
desire. The 41 to the 30 to the 36 to the 35, I might have mentioned this last time because I like it so much. They have these little slang keynotes. In the 41, you find them, right? You have a fantasy and you go find your fantasy. In the 30, you feel them. It's emotional. You feel them. In the 36, it's also emotional, but you fuck them. And in the 35, you forget them. Find them, feel them, fuck them, forget them, and then do it all over again.
That's life.
That is the human experiential way. And it's not just literal fucking. it's what humans are here for. Find something to do, feel doing it, get really into it, and then be done with it and go on to the next. It's called the human experiential way. Now what that brings us to a little bit, at least in my mind, is circuitry. And so some of these love gates are in tribal circuitry. Okay, the 44, the 40, any other tribals
For what?
in the love gates? I think those are the two tribal.
I think so, yeah. What is it again? It's 44 and
44 and the 40 are in the tribe. And if we remember, the 40 was the one, if you do this, I'll do that. And I'll work for you if you, feed me, affection,
44
food and
40.
stuff. It's very bargain oriented. The 44, which was the, if we do this together and we're successful. The tribe often has material resources as something very important. Because, if you think of tribal, it's ancient stuff, and if you didn't have material, you died, right? Back in, we'll call it the caveman days, where the tribes, if you don't have food, you're going to die. If you don't have shelter, you're going to die. So there's a very basic quality to tribal anything and to tribal love. Okay? Now that's going to be very different from romantic love, which has that spirit to it. Romantic love, believe it or not, is also that one that'll fight for meaning, because the meaning has meaning. And it's like, yeah, we made it. It doesn't have anything material about it. It's like, let's just find meaning together. Let's go through this so we can feel close to each other. And then it's also very different from that collective, which is, well, I'm gonna see if I can improve you so I can keep loving you. I'm gonna see if I can tell you my fantasies so that we can just have this fun together. Right? Mm-hmm. So when you look at your chart and someone else's chart, look and see those love gates, because you'll see, there can be contradictions. There's contradictions in everybody, right? You have tribal, and you have romantic. And sometimes the one is going to be really important, and sometimes the other's going to be really important. Or they might always be both important, and then you better find someone who also has both of those. Or someone who can attend to that. So I don't have any of that 55 or 39 business that has all that romance and stuff in it. And I actually think it's silly. I was once with someone, and we were starting to make love, and he started talking. I'm like, why would you talk to me? But that romance likes that. He wanted to build it up a little more before consummating. And I was like, that's really stupid, right? I'm either tribal or transpersonal, Even though I have the 28, but the 28 has that difference. It's not really sexual per se, right? So when you can look at someone's chart and see what they see love as, and see what you see love as, then you can start getting a better awareness of maybe some of the things you don't understand about each other. Like, why are you doing that? Why are you correcting me when we're supposed to be having a romantic dinner? That's love over there, right? Oh, I see. He's seeing all this goodness in me that I'm not expressing yet. And he wants to help me be that wonderful thing that I can be. Now, if I'm with someone like Nolan, who that's primary for, and I cannot have my feelings hurt every time, because that's my inclination, is my feelings get hurt, right? But if I can just remember that, then that relationship can actually continue to grow. And if I can't, I have no business being in that, and he really has no business being there. Because that's his sun gate, and that's primary.
What defines the sun gate?
It's where your personality sun is. Let me show me here. Yours is this 37.5. That's the symbol for the sun, and this is your personality.
Okay.
So that 4730, that is your sun and your earth. So that stuff is really, really important for you.
And where do those live again?
The 37 and the 40, that's that channel that we've been talking about, that whole bargaining business.
That's
It's
my
primary.
personality. It's
Yeah,
primary.
that's 70% of who you are is about that.
No.
He's like, well, who am I?
And if it's not the frustration, the primary.
Oh, you're the 5157. The 51, that's a darling channel. The 51 is called the gate of shock.
Oh, yeah.
You shock people, and you can be shocked. I like it. I like that shocky business, but I'm someone who's an extreme person who doesn't like to be bored.
Give me some shock.
Yeah, shock me up a little bit.
You're
Yeah.
a shocky business.
I do.
Yes.
And the thing is that you have an open ego. The 51 is the gate of shock in a defined ego. Your ego is open. So if you're by yourself, it's not really very activated. If you were with me, we went out and did a hike in the Red Rock, your 51 wouldn't be activated unless there was some planet activating you. But you're married to someone who has I think you're married, whatever. You're with someone who has a defined ego. It's always activated.
Oh, and I have 51 active.
Well, then you have it too. Do you have the whole channel?
No, I have half.
We both have half of it.
Okay. That's
in
good.
black.
That's good. So you can just shock each other.
Shocking.
I hope it's fun.
Oh, we get on the other side.
Yeah.
Cool.
How are we doing on time? How do we?
4:30.
Okay, so we have a half an hour if people want to ask any questions or go into anything. Have anything to say about love gates? Did it give you any awareness of the complexity with which we are and what we might be confused about around people?
I am confused about having the 44 and the 40 and those being tribal, because I mean I feel like my relationship with the concept of tribal is very complicated, and I've pulled myself out of it, although I'm also tomorrow going somewhere to be in the tribal.
Yeah.
But it's
so
complex
there's a whole,
for me. There's a very,
because the
maybe
tribal
it's
has
'cause it is
become
where my
like
love
a
gates are.
new age catchphrase, and that's different.
So are these personal or transpersonal?
There's personal.
Oh, so that's
The
why it
only
is
transpersonal ones are the four we did at the very
Ah.
beginning.
So my relationship with the tribal is actually, it looks like it's maybe some of the most personal love for me.
Yeah.
Which is why I might avoid it.
And so
Because it makes me more vulnerable.
in human design, there are three circuits: tribal, collective, and individual. And it has nothing to do with new age catchphrases of, oh, you're part of my tribe. This is
That's why I live in
I don't like new age
Fair enough.
catchphrases. It's really speaking to, if you have tribal gates or particularly definition, which you do, which is a whole channel. Tribal means what is important for you is support and touch.
Is what?
It's
Support?
basic.
And touch.
Support and touch.
You mean
Those are
like any tribal channel?
any tribal channel.
Oh, okay.
Now, if you're tribal,
Right.
doesn't mean you want to touch everybody.
Right.
If you're me, you kind of do.
Well, I mean, I'm asking because my only channel is transformation. That's technically tribal.
It is
So
tribal.
I'm trying to figure
We
out.
have that.
It
I
is
normally don't
tribal.
like being touched.
Channel transfer.
That's why I said that,
Yeah.
because for you as a projector with way openness, being touched is going to go in very deep.
Right, it does, yeah.
I'm
I
a-
will have to say, if there was somebody who was really open, who came up and touched me, then I'm like really receptive to it.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Yeah.
so touch is going to be something.
Well, no, it's more like self-awareness. You know what I mean? Like if someone's like emotional and they come up to me and they're having a bad day and they're generating the wave, and I have an open emotional center, it's like, don't fucking touch me, because it's like that's gonna wreck
That's
me for
right.
like 3 days. You know what I mean?
That's right,
'Cause
and
it's gonna
especially.
really impact me. So.
Especially, you may or may not know this, the 59.6, which is this channel right here,
Yes.
and it's tribal.
Mhm.
You won't even necessarily know someone who carries that is feeling emotional until you touch them. I carry this, and I often cannot access my emotions until someone touches me
Oh, you
So-
mean the person with the channel?
with the channel.
I see.
I have spent the last many years being mostly by myself, and I haven't been able to cry.
I know so
And I
many
have all
people-
this stuff pent up in me, and I need to be hugged for a long time so I can cry. It's really weird.
Yeah.
So if someone has half of that, how does that play out? Like if they have
It's not
six.
the same.
Okay.
There's different ways,
Yeah, yeah.
lots of different ways that plays out. But I'm talking about a life force where you have the whole
I see.
channel.
Okay.
Well,
So
it's like-
someone like me, if I were to touch you, it could be even more impactful than if
She's emotional too. I can feel it.
she's emotional.
You're like,
But no, but that's what I'm saying. I might not feel as emotional until you touch me.
Right.
You just
But I
feel
can
it.
tell.
It waves
That's a
off of
boiling
her.
cauldron.
I can tell.
But
yeah.
mine has
Don't
a
get
different thing. Yeah.
I actually
So
attract a lot of people with that channel. Or I attract people with a lot of emotional definition for some reason. You know what I mean?
damn those people.
And I'm like, well, no, it's fine.
looking
You know,
for
I don't take it
their
personally, but it's definitely like
Yeah.
it can be nice when they're like on an emotional high because then it's just like
woo!
it's great. You know what I mean? But when it's bad, it's bad. And
It's so
like,
bad.
It's so bad.
It's
yeah.
so bad. So tribal, the basic thing about having tribal definition is that it's based on support and touch. The basic thing about having individual definition, David, you got a lot of that, it's based on empowerment. So what's the difference between empowerment and support?
Oh.
Right? They kind of sound the same.
One's inner, one's outer.
Well, support is more bargainy.
Oh.
I'll support you. Let's do this
So
together.
you're not alone.
Empowerment is I see you, go.
Yeah.
Do it. You can. Right? It's more that go girl go thing. That's empowerment.
you
That's
said
what
that's
individuality is looking for.
That's what makes
And
it
you
this
said
one.
that's personal,
Oh,
and the
that's
other
why
one
it's
is
so friendly.
tribal.
It's individual.
friendly
Individual.
It's channel
Okay.
community.
Different circuitry.
Okay.
Very communal and
That's probably That's
hard to
probably why.
describe, like
And it's acoustic.
he always wants to be involved. You know what I mean? Like,
Individuality
he
is
likes
acoustic. Remember, it was the one that wanted to
yeah.
whisper
Yes, I
the
do
sweet
that.
nothings
Very
and stuff
cool.
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel that.
I don't want to interrupt. Chair knows how I dislike interrupting or being interrupted. May I say something now?
Collective. So there's
Say
three.
something?
There's
This is
three
He wants to
circuits.
tell you something.
Alright.
Yes.
I've been practicing magic, and what I do, my latest trick is take an old dirty plate, and I can magically make a plate with 6 chocolates on it appear.
Oh my goodness.
I've been working up my way up. Started with 2, then to 4, then to 6. Would anyone like to see that trick?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, carry on like I've never
Thank
said
you.
it. Carry on.
What a guy.
Someone's getting sweet.
Tribal circuitry. Anyone who has any tribal channel, you do. I don't remember your channels.
You have 44 or...
Let me see.
I got so many. I probably got some of all of them.
This one, that's right. You're carrying. That's tribal. Right there.
27 to 50.
That's individual. That's
Yeah.
tribal. That's collective. You have all three.
Oh.
You have tribal. We all have some tribal
channels. Right?
channels. Almost everybody's going to have a gate in all the different circuits. So touch and support, individuality, and who has individual channels? You do, because I just saw it. You do. You have the 2343.
I have the
And she's
23.
got the, oh yeah.
Oh, and all of integration.
Bravo!
You know what's even more interesting is that the plate is
The
different.
plate, actually.
I've been working on that.
Yeah. Is the plate
Thank you for
chocolate?
noticing.
Thank you, sir.
There's 3 peanut butter and jellies
Ooh.
and 3 hazelnut ganache.
I would like
Or
a
hazelnut
hazelnut.
Well,
syrup.
thank you. Thank you
You
so
take the
much.
plate. You take the plate and pass it around.
Oh.
I'm empowering you. I'm empowering you.
Thank
You go,
you for
girl.
your
You go,
empowerment.
girl.
Let's see.
You got it.
Um,
Thank you.
you have individuality. You have individuality.
Gosh, we're good.
You do not have an individual. Yes, you do. You have this one. That's an individual channel.
Oh, okay.
So that's all about the empowerment. You're basically tribal girl.
Mm-hmm.
Tribal manifesting girl. So support, empowerment, and then collective channels. So you've got a collective. No, you have only that tribal one.
That's it, yeah.
Do you have a collective? I have 2 collective channels. You've got.
And what are the keynotes for collective?
You don't have. I'm getting there. You have tribal and individuality.
I'm missing one.
Oh, you don't have any collective?
You're not missing anything.
Okay.
This is collective, right there. I have that one too. I like that you're a Sophia with an F.
With an F?
And your collective is this one here.
Just like Bulgaria.
Ah, okay.
It's a wonder that you're taking this in. I admire you.
Sophia.
I'll tell you why I said that in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Collective.
what are the keynotes for collective?
Huh?
Just
Collective
like
is sharing.
Just like
Sharing.
Bulgaria. Sorry. I always agree we have the same. Don't we have the same main 3?
So
Gemini,
we just
Capricorn,
shared
and
the
Scorpio.
chocolates.
That's right.
Yes, we
You
did.
told me
Right.
that. Sorry about that.
You
That's
can get
fun.
something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Different order.
Yeah. So Gemini rising, Capricorn, Sun, Scorpio. But you've got Scorpio Sun.
Yeah, I'm totally flip flopped.
Yeah.
Nothing. Interesting.
Any other thoughts, questions?
So
Yeah.
the love gates, like let's say someone doesn't have any of them. Like what would that mean for that person?
That's a great question. In fact, and it leads me to another thing I wanted to remember to say. If you don't have any of them, you don't have the same compulsion. And so it's one thing, so having the transpersonal love gates, and what I've really recognized about myself, for example, so I have a defined G center, and I have 2 of the love gates in there, the love of the body, the love of humanity. So that's always active in me. And that's what I actually think love is. I have an open spleen, and I have 2 love gates in there, but they're periodically activated. If I get around someone who has a spleen or there's some trans. But then again, they're not really lovey-dovey love gates. In a way, for me, I can experience transpersonal love as really quite profound. It feels more real to me than all the other ones. But I don't have all the other ones. I have 2 of them that are either let's make money together or let's fight. And it's not my favorite things. I mean, the money's better than the fighting, and the fighting's good to get beyond the fighting. But what feels like love is when I can just look at anyone and love them. And it doesn't have to do with who you are or how good your spleen feels or, you know, all of that stuff. If someone doesn't have any of it, they're not compelled by it. But now think of my little 44 over here and how 80% of the people I knew had the 26. There was something in me that was running to find that love to be fulfilled, whether I like the idea of it or not. So when you have a love gate, so when you have the love gate that's the 40, like you do, and like she does, and it's in a whole channel, it's not that big of a compulsion, because you've got it, and you've got it, and it's there.
She's also.
Now you want that bargain and that equity. It's primary, it's important. But it's not like you meet someone who fulfills that and it's like, wow, right? But if you have something that's in like Nolan, for example, with that 58 in his son, and he meets someone who has the other side of it, that's going to be bigger for him than if you meet someone with the other side of your 40, because you already have that yourself,
It's true.
right? And if I meet someone who not only fulfills my love gate but gives me a spleen and an ego which are open in my chart, it's like, wow. Like that's my little holy grail. Not anymore. But as I say, the first part of my life.
Your spleen is open, but you do have 44.
I have the 44 in
Okay.
an open
That's-
spleen.
So we share that.
Yes.
Okay.
So when you meet a
Where
26,
do I find the 26 people?
anyone here have that? I got lots of them.
Those people. Nope.
And what I do now when I meet someone who's a 26 is I look at it and I go, I wonder if we can be successful together. I no longer look at it and think I'm in love.
Right.
It's like,
That's
okay,
the
what can we do
purpose.
together?
That's the ultimate
Yeah.
need for the purpose.
Yeah. Because this is the gate of marketing and this is the gate of sales. So they
Oh.
go along well together.
44 is the marketing?
Uh-huh. And the 26 is the sales.
Oh, yeah. That's a problem if they're not connected.
Yeah.
You can do a lot of marketing and not have any sales.
Exactly.
sell-
And it
Yeah.
became exhausting.
It's right.
Exhausting.
That's exactly right. Especially if you're not doing correct bargains and you're giving it all away. And no one is
Yes,
reciprocating.
that is the story of my large art
So I am
studios that
saying
went
once
crash.
again, preempt on that one.
Yeah.
When you're about to give something, set it up for the beginning. Even if you don't know what you're gonna want, set it up that you have created the open door that says, I can come back to you and we can see how we can keep this in a fair and equitous relationship. Yeah,
I like that.
yeah.
I don't have any 26.
I know you don't.
Usually I'm looking for it.
And so, you know, I actually recommend go look at all the people you know and get their charts and see what kind of love you're doing with people.
What about where you're in your love relationship and let's say there's a place where you're, you know, it's not necessarily matching, but it's still because like especially that being part of the things that are so intrinsic to ourself. And so what do you say to like working with the energy of those things? Like, do you have any advice for it?
You mean you're not looking for someone to be in love with, but you have a love gate connection with someone?
No, I mean like for instance, I have this 44.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have the 26.
Right.
But it is something that like there's parts of me that come up in the relationship and there's aspects of it's inspiring for him to a point, but then we also need like it's a growth point for
So-
like me navigating or compromising and him also leaning in and there's a give and take, right?
Yeah,
Like the
I mean
space
it's a
versus the-
beautiful question and the main thing is seeing it. Right? I have the 44 and I was married to this guy for 18 years who did not have the 26. But for the first half of the marriage, we were successful together materially. He joined me in my business and he grew the business and
Right.
that love was kept alive, not because we had a channel together, but because we fulfilled the thing. And he had the whole channel, the 2838. So he had the 28 and I had the 28. So we would fight and work things out together. So we were fulfilling that love gate stuff.
Yeah, that's what we have.
Yeah.
That's 28, 38.
Yeah. I mean, it's delicious. It's actually important. It's those shows, you know, those shows where the two characters are always bickering with each other. That's that. I don't even like it, but it's kind of delightful, you know?
We
You
should
know,
be
whether it's
funnier.
Spike and Angel or some guy and girl who are falling in love, it's just that energy that kind of bounces off each other. And at the very baseline, it's empowering. Because I can actually be that me
Ah,
and keep going. I don't get shut down because of
that
it.
is a big thing.
Yeah.
To be able to
That's right.
flash the thing.
That's
right,
right.
that Someone else, you might hide it away.
That's
if
right.
You're in authentic connection. It's
That's
safe.
right. I have a friend in London who actually used to live in Sedona, and he has that whole channel, and he has an open emotional system. And people who have an open emotional system have been avoiding confrontation and truth basically for all of their life, because when they confront we emotional people, it doesn't work well for them. Rah, you know?
It's true. The good
But-
thing I have
Oh,
the
he has
58.
that.
Yeah,
No,
but the
kidding.
thing about it is that if you can't work through stuff with someone, the relationship eventually is not anymore.
Yeah.
Because avoiding truth and confrontation just means you're avoiding the relationship. So he came to me one time and he said, I don't remember what it was, but it was something that I had done that had really rubbed him the wrong way. And he brought it to me. And it was an interesting thing to see the dynamic because I witnessed me immediately feel generous. Wow,
You can be really
you're
bad.
coming to me with something. That's love to me, right? That's love. You're coming to me with something that could get in the way of us being friends anymore if we don't work it out.
Tom's a two.
And because I had the 28 and he also had the 28,
You're willing.
we were able to work it out. But he had to be the one that was brave enough to bring it to the emotional creature.
Well, that's funny. That's tough. He also has a totally different emotions, just like me.
Yeah, that helped me. Yeah, the
Yeah,
the
totally open
dynamics-
emotional center is very hard for people until they realize it's really not their business and they can be full witness to it.
Right.
Yeah.
As I describe that, it's like, as long as it doesn't relate to something that I'm like has trauma inside of me,
Yeah,
or something
there
I
you
have
go.
unresolved,
There
I
you
can literally
go.
let it just go right through, just don't,
Yeah.
like it just doesn't exist. Does that make sense? It just flows right through me. So.
This friend of mine, Lawrence, he said he developed a way of doing that he says he relaxes his asshole sphincter.
That's a thing.
Yeah. He says when emotion comes at him, he realized he tensed his sphincter. But that when he would consciously relax it, the emotion could just go through him, just like you're saying, instead of getting stuck in him.
I notice it more through the breathing. Like I said, my breath will get really shallow. I'll hold my breath.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So actually bringing it back to the body is the most important thing that we can do because it's all happening in the body, whether we know it or not.
Yeah. This is not a relationship question. Can I still ask it?
Yeah.
So it's just kind of interesting from the astrology perspective because sometimes we have these channels, and then those channels are actually like certain planets in our chart that are
That's
ruling other opposite sides of that channel. Have you found any interplay between the astrological component of that connection that these planets are making and
I haven't looked at it a whole lot, to be honest. I'd be happy to if you wanted to do that.
Yeah, like Freak Genius channel that I have
Yeah.
is my Venus Pluto opposition. So that's like that's kind of just like I don't know. I haven't thought about it yet. I just saw it.
Where I go immediately with that idea is that the freak genius that you are is a Pluto Venus freak genius.
Yeah.
Whereas the Pluto Venus that someone else is could be a Moon Mars.
Yeah.
And then you
Yeah.
can absolutely look at that. For example,
Yeah.
I have this channel of intimacy,
Yeah.
and mine is activated by Jupiter. Actually,
Okay.
Jupiter here and Jupiter here.
Oh, go.
hmm
Oh, interesting.
And I have a friend who has this channel, and it's activated by Saturn and Saturn.
And have you noticed that
Yeah,
that could be? 'Cause
she has a very different relationship with that channel than I do.
That's so cool.
Actually, I have somebody who has that channel. It's like, well, I have like 100 people on that
That's
channel.
pretty
but-
cool.
Yeah.
So you can see your aspects in your natal chart
That's
through
right.
the lens of the human design
That's
channel.
right.
Yes.
And vice versa.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That gives you
Exactly.
A lot more
It gives you a
information.
lot more depth, and it reminds us because it's so easy to think, oh, you are a 3740 and you are, we're all alike.
Right.
But then you go deeper and
There's
it's like
nuances.
yours is very different than mine, than yours, than yours, than yours. Yeah, and so it's very it's
Yeah, like my friend
dangerous
Jeff.
to just
Don't know
play
what
on
the
the
symbols are.
surface and think you
23,
know
23.
something.
Right.
You know, even
It's like
being
a
generators,
So
stuff now.
on,
So he's
on a
got-
certain level,
that's
all of
his-
we
and
who
he's
are
like
generators,
soul
which
Yeah,
are
he's like
the
fuck.
four here,
Brilliant.
There is a
It's
similarity because we have a renewable energy source, I'll call it.
But like the way he comes up with
But
ideas and like the way he
your
works, it's like
generator
fun.
energy
Like,
is
it
going to
sits-
be directly
remember
connected
pages
to
of books
caring
he's
for
read, like,
people
years ago.
and doing it in a routine
Brilliant.
that
Yeah.
nourishes
It's
you.
all black for him too, so it's all conscious.
Your sacral energy is going to be especially prominent when you're focusing and concentrating and really going into something. You'll have a lot of energy to do that. I do too. But I also have energy for intimacy, and I also have energy for discovery. So if I were to meet you and think, wow, we're so alike, look, you and I could sit at this table for 4 hours and study together and never talk and be very happy. I've done that with someone who has that channel. I have that channel.
Oh, maybe I need study buddies.
That channel does not like being interrupted. You probably know that. Neither does integration.
No, I know that.
He knows that.
Well, it scares me. Because I'm so focused.
So focused. It's very intense. It's very intense. So yeah, we all have sacral energy, but it's a certain flavor. It's a certain quality of energy.
Sure.
If you don't care
Yeah, something.
about someone, you're not going to have energy
just
for
go
them.
Yeah.
Or if you do, it won't be sustainable.
Which is interesting.
You could have an idea about it and a
Yeah.
logic for doing something, because you have that whole
Me and Mom
logic
is
business
messaging
going
me.
on up there.
So I like
But if you really don't care, it's not going to be sustainable, your energy source.
because mine's somewhat personal.
How is
But it's
the,
also
just coming out of that sacral,
See how it's red?
the
Which means
the
it's not part of
27
one
as it
conscious chart,
goes
it's a part
on
of the 88
on that
days
50
before
care
we're born,
line,
you know?
what is that relationship?
Well,
there?
he has the whole channel and you have part of it.
Yeah.
And so that's what we're going into next week.
Okay, great.
We're going to go into
You're gonna record
compromises.
To be
this,
continued.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So bring as many charts
Really
as you
generational,
can.
but
Okay,
yeah.
I'll send you with
Yeah.
Yeah,
Spiritual.
yeah.
But it also
Because the more you can look at different charts, it'll start to go, oh, that's
Yeah, I printed out my mom and I.
Perfect.
Well,
Perfect. That's excellent.
Effect itself.
Because that's how you can really see it in
Very
play.
analysis.
It's
very,
one thing
like,
to have it as a
54
theory,
is
it's
sort of
another
like-
thing to go, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that with my mom and my
Depends if
sister
it's, like, external
and
or
my
you
dog
design
and my
like
dad,
line,
and
you know what I mean?
it's all
It's like-
we don't
which
really
means
know
it's
our
like
dog's
about
charts.
self-preservation spiritually. So maybe that's how that
I
applies.
like that Rob puts the earth in, because when I started studying astrology, my astrology teacher in the 60s always put the earth in. I think it's, and so I
Nice.
loved when I saw that, because I always put it in.
That's excellent.
Because it
Yeah.
helps me a lot to know where my earth is.
Yeah.
And so that,
Yeah, the earth is how you ground.
yeah.
Yeah. And it's an interesting
those
thing
opposites.
because I have my earth way up here. I have the what the huh? Mine's way up here, right?
Oh.
My earth is like that's not a very grounded place, right? And so I've looked at myself for a very long time now and the mechanics of me, and one of the things about me is that I have a profound ability for inner visioning. And if we all go deeper into human design, I could show you where that shows itself. But, huh?
that's because you
It is deeper because it's in motivation.
Because you have the 24 to 61,
No,
Or which
because, well,
the combination.
I'll tell you, but it won't mean anything. Because I have the 24 as my earth,
Oh.
and the tone of my earth is called inner vision.
Oh.
And there's a line, a color, a tone, and a base. And when I was young, I would be like, how do I know that? How do I know that thing about you? How do I know that? it didn't make sense. And then I would go, well, if I know it, am I supposed to say it? Why would I know it if I weren't supposed to say it?
Which gate is this you're talking about?
24. But it's because I have a tone 4 in my
I see.
motivation, right? And it's knowing because it's in the individual circuitry.
Oh, so
This
if it
is-
were like in the moon, would it be feeling?
No,
Oh.
it would still be knowing because 24 is knowing.
Oh, okay. That's the gate. Is that the gate of truth?
It's
Or-
the gate of loopiness. The 61 is like the ineffable connection to all of that, and the 24 is where it lands.
Mm-hmm.
You have the whole thing. You have that kind of that connection. But I have recognized in me that I have an ability to see,
No, you don't have 61 here.
and it's an inner seeing, and because it's in my Sun Earth, wherever your Sun Earth personality is, it's called your outer authority. It's the gift you have for others. So I can look through my mind's eye and see for you.
My brother.
I can see for you. I can see for you. It's uncanny.
What else you got?
There's just this accuracy. But what I've realized is that when I do it, it grounds me.
Oh, that reminds me of when I did one of these psychic fairs, and I was like, I'm just gonna try my little psychic antenna out for the day, and it was just like, boom, like the whole day. I was
Oh,
just
yeah,
like,
because you have that
seeing
channel.
everything for people, and I was
Yeah.
like,
But it's also the most like.
gotta get back to
But that wouldn't necessarily be grounding for you.
Well, I thought it was gonna just blow me
It's
out.
like if you think about
Because
the
I was saying
architecture
yes to it
systems,
instead of being
how you
overwhelmed
exist
by
at
it,
all.
unregulated.
Yes.
But then after that, I
And you're not, like,
literally, I
manifested,
went
you know
on
what I
a
mean?
hike
It's
and I
as if
grounded, and I felt,
Because
I
of
was
the
like,
base ones,
oh, I
which were
totally
the
have
first
this.
to ever
Like there was
exist.
no.
You
I
have
felt
that whole
refreshed.
channel.
Want to see
Yeah, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
who knew
Understand
that I could
Yeah.
do that
They
and
don't
not get
really
totally
always
blown
want
up.
to
That's
be
right.
in it.
Now your
Just
grounding
sense.
is actually in your 40.
And base ones. I mean,
Was
they've
the-
got a lot of definition.
bargaining.
You're
Yes, I was
maybe,
getting paid.
Even if it's not, you're gonna get along better than
I
people
wasn't
with
just
me-
doing
than
it
me, but, like,
willy-nilly
base
all
ones we know
over
if
in
we're
my
not getting along
relationships
for a lot of
randomly,
things.
people coming to
Because
me and just me
we
being
don't want to
Yeah.
really be in it.
Yeah,
Right.
and your
We wanna
grounding
watch
is
it
in the
and observe
40s,
it and
so
understand it. But we do get along with
being
vibes.
cared for,
Vibes,
people being affectionate to you, you being
the ones that
affectionate
wanna
for
be in all of it,
yourself,
'cause they
eating
house
something that
everything.
is,
It's
you know,
making a
nourishes
difference,
you,
too.
all
So
of
they're like
that's
the
going to be
container for all
grounding.
those
Yeah.
tips. In a
Being
weird way.
acknowledged for the worker mule that you are.
4
That's
is
gonna
what
ground
Ra
you.
was. That's
I'm
yin
saying that to
and
you.
yang. And so,
Yeah. Yeah, baby.
yeah, and it's also what Ra was.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe she can go over that
Yeah.
again because
Yeah.
if I talk anything
Whereas
outside
what
of
grounds
fire,
you
one
is
of
the
butchers.
57,
Except I know a lot of
intuition.
threes though. Threes are very like.
That's a
you know,
grounding
Daniel
force
and
for
Theo,
you when
obviously.
you
So,
have
like,
your
both of them
intuitive
get along really well because they like
hits about things.
they really
Well,
like
that's part of your
cooperation.
And then you shock
and
people with them.
cooperation.
That's
And
all
like a good
your.
example.
And
I
you
was
can
doing,
have
like,
intuition
leading
for other people
tabletop RPG,
because
like
again,
Dungeons and Dragons,
it's your
but it was a more
personality,
advanced
so
type
it's what you
The enemies
have
were
for
like out to
people.
get them,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they were like, why are they doing
Okay, it's time
this?
to
You know what I mean? Like
pay
they struggle
Kiera.
to understand.
I
And
really
she has
wouldn't
a
have thought of
handout.
it until
Somebody
like
was
later, you know.
Yeah, they were
You
like,
have a
this person
handout
needs
for
help.
Oh,
It
and
was
let
just
me
so
do the
many weird
handouts,
things,
okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
and then
Like,
Theo made a
this is
comment
all
about
we
like
have.
these people and their problems